Alright, today's goal was to not only break Fortnite, but to break my personal records. However, it didn't really turn out how it's supposed to be turned out.
Oh, Jesus! Jesus! Oh, Lord!
And I ended up doing something even cooler. But let's start at the beginning. So we all love the new D-launch pads, right? They're amazing. They finally can do something that we couldn't do before. Let's actually launch people in directions that we want them to be launched. It can launch wildlife, henchmen, and so much more. And basically anything that can be launched. Even launch trees and rocks. However, today I want to not see what is super obvious what we can launch with this device. I want to see what is not so obvious. So I want to see things that we can usually not launch in Fortnite, and maybe we can break the system. Starting out with the supply drop. And I'm gonna be pretty honest, I think everybody wants a supply drop flying at them. Supply drop spawns above us. I put on the speed so it's actually a little bit faster than usual. It is coming down. Did we just broke creative with the first try? Can I open this? Yeah, I can. Huh. Okay, so the next thing that I want to try out is if it actually can launch launchables. So for example, something like this, right? Or something like this. Alright, starting with the porter bunker, it is red, which is not a good sign, but maybe it... Oh, it actually did launch. And it actually builds it. Does it work with the tires? Or are they also getting like... Oh, I guess the tires doesn't work at all. They just like bounce back. That's sad. Maybe we can like create some mechanics where you can shoot bandages. Nope. Okay, one last thing which I want to try out, if it actually can launch the goo from the goo gun. Which obviously the bounce pad does, so if we shoot it on the bounce pad, it will bounce, but on the D launcher. 3, 2, 1. Okay, maybe I just missed it. Maybe I have to shoot it on it. No, doesn't look like. Maybe they actually patched it, so I have to try it out first here. No, it still launches the goo. So sadly, we cannot launch the goo. Okay, there's one last thing which I really want to try out, and that is the attacks with the sword and hammer. So you all know if we charge up a sword and we let it go, we have a special attack. In theory, we should maybe go... Oh my god, it does work somewhat. Okay, so that is something that I really want to invest a little bit more now. So let's try all of the attacks. Let's do... Okay, so we have 3 special attacks. We just did the whirlwind, which we saw work somewhat. We still have the drill and we still have the ground pound. So let's try the ground pound first. Okay, let's try out the ground pound. Okay. The flying animation is still there. I'm not sure if it actually would work if we go into it. Yeah, maybe have to like start it inside of here. I mean, yeah, you can use it inside of it, and it actually flies as long as you... Not really as long, but it does fly. Last one is the drill, which I personally think is the most boring one out of all of these. But let's see. Yeah, and it's also the most boring one in here. Okay, so now I want to break my personal record from back in the days with the car. So, as you all remember, the car was back in the days a little bit more buggy, and I could achieve something that you could call magic. I basically teleported in time. However, since that day we had a lot of changes, and also we have this new device which can also launch cars in directions. But I can already see a problem here, and that is that the direction is going downwards, so it basically stops after a while, which is not the case with the air vent. So we maybe have to combine something, but I think we should do this on 200 first. The octane is faster, but we still have to use the whiplash to see the speed, because it can only show on the whiplash and not on the octane. Okay, so let's actually see how much speed boost we can actually get to this one D launcher. Okay, 500, which is not too bad. I think the air vent is still a bit faster. So I just tested it out, and you can actually see that the air vent is slower. So we only get like 200, maybe 300 at max. So we have the potential to break the record. Alright, so I built the same speed test that I built back in the days. Just a little bit smaller so we can see which one is actually faster over a longer range. So we have the vents and the D-launch pads. And I think the D-launch is going to win, but I'm not sure if it's going to be consistent. Okay, so this one is for the air vents. First try. I mean, we reached like 800 or something. And on here we have the D-launch pads. So, let's see. Doing much more. The D-launch pad was a little bit more consistent overall. I had like not that much speed difference. But I don't think that I will break the record. Okay, so what I noticed is that the D-launch pad keeps you in line for as long as you're on the D-launch pad. With the air vents, it doesn't happen. Like, if you go, like, wiggle a little bit around, you go completely crazy. But that doesn't happen with the D-launch pad. So maybe we can create, like, a path with these and kind of create a flying car. See, this is what I want to try. I want to get the car to go up here, then fly to this one, and then go back down. That would be kind of insane, because then you can basically use it like an air tunnel where you basically also move directions, which could be really interesting. Okay, so one thing which I noticed is that the device leaves a lot of VFX behind. I really hope that they don't stay in the game, because that could be a little bit annoying if we use too many. Okay, so this one is a launch pad, and let's see if it works. It did work. We didn't go down at the end, but I think I can fix that. Alright, so I think I fixed it. I think we have to give it a little bit downforce so it actually goes down here. So that could work. It obviously worked perfectly fine for here. But I think we need a little bit of downforce to get them actually in this line. Alright, so I marked that down. This one is the exact middle. And if I drive over this, we should be flying in a line. We created the first flying car in Fortnite. I think the downforce was a little bit hard there, but it worked somewhat. Okay, so I might went a little bit overboard with this one, but I really want to test the limits. Is this possible? Can we drive in curves? We know we need some force to actually push it in the direction. It doesn't really work just on its own. But can we drive almost a full circle? I could have maybe like ended up in here again, but you know, it's just about the curves. If it can actually drive the curves. Oh my god! Oh my god, it's going in circles! Holy!